Whenever I see this woman on CNN, I know she's about to say something stupid about economics.
And the return to the manufacturing, I mean, that is basically the entire point of the tariff agenda is the reshoring of manufacturing. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight, but he has definitely put a lot of energy into trying to make that happen.
Give me an example of a single country that has built up manufacturing through tariffs alone.
The-
Has any
what do
country
you
ever
mean?
done
I mean, is any country like America comparable to America? Have the American workforce, have the American drive?
So you're thinking just tariffs, and all of a sudden we're going to
It's
get
already
manufacturing back?
working. I mean,
Manufacturing
it's
is
already
declining.
working.
No, it's not.
Of course
Manufacturing
it is.
investment was at an all-time high under Biden and has plummeted under Trump. Because
That's
guess what? When you
not
want to build a
accurate.
factory, it is accurate. When you want to build a factory, you have to import parts from other parts.
Let's first deal with the statistical dispute between those two folks, and that is US manufacturing investment falling since Trump took office? And the answer is yes. And if you take out AI data centers from this, the numbers look even worse for Trump. Then let's move on to the real substance here, which is, can you use tariffs to help spur domestic industrialization? And the reason she doesn't want to talk about other countries is that this strategy, which is called import substitution industrialization, typically fails, especially when relying on tariffs alone. And we've seen that all over the developing and developed world, which is why there is this great paper, The Rise and Fall of Import Substitution. But this argument for tariffs is intellectually incompatible with the main argument we hear from other people for tariffs, which is that tariffs are negotiating leverage. So if you listen to the All In podcast running up to the election, it was, oh, Trump's going to use tariffs to negotiate better trade deals. Now, these two strategies cannot coexist because for this one to work, you as a manufacturer have to believe these tariffs are going to be in place for a long time, because when your factory is up and running and you want to sell in the US domestic market, you need to believe that you're going to be protected from foreign competition. So the tariffs have to be there for a very long, long time. However, if you believe that they are negotiating leverage, then they're not going to be here that long, which means you don't have any future certainty around tariff rates, which is why manufacturing investment is going to decline, because we don't know what the US domestic market is going to look like in the future. So, yes, that's true that he was talking about importing parts, which is part of the story. A bigger part of the story, in my opinion, is about future certainty around tariff rates. And when you don't have certainty around those, you can't make good investment decisions, which is why intellectual MAGA world doesn't really make any sense, because these ideas don't work together, and everyone seems to project onto Trump the rationalization that they would prefer, which is her. She describes herself as a right-wing Marxist, different than the All In people.